the therapists that works with me, she called me and said, Kat, I have to tell you, I was with a patient. She called her OB while I was with her on speaker. The nurse answered. She said, listen, I know I'm not at 6 weeks yet, but my therapist is here. We want to know, if we can do such and such. And the nurse goes, oh, no, you can't do pelvic floor therapy until week 6. The physician was standing near the nurse and he heard her. And he goes, who is she with? And the nurse goes, painless pregnancy. And he goes, oh, yeah, they can work with her. Like, just like that. He was like, they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
And it was amazing. Because, we don't touch the pelvic floor space while it's healing. I mean, sometimes when we go see moms postpartum, they'll be like, can you look at my stitches because I felt this or I saw this? Absolutely. Gloved hands, part the tissues. Let me tell you about where you're at healing-wise. So we don't disrupt or touch the pelvic floor muscles or tissues during that 6 weeks. And we do totally respect, we don't do any intervention internally until an OB or a midwife has cleared that patient.
Perfect.
100%. What we can do is a lot of other stuff. So I'll share with you one thing that helps tremendously when we come and intervene before that 6 week is the common birthing pattern. So when these bones get stuck in this open position, because they have to do this for the baby to come out. So when they do that, the pelvic floor muscles stretch tremendously. Mm-hmm. I mean, I've seen numbers like 8 times their natural size or even more. When muscles are stretched that far, and typically for a good amount of time, right? Like some women push for 10 minutes, some women push for 2 hours.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know if you heard about this, the ring of fire that they feel. So when the baby's head actually stretches the vaginal opening, sometimes it can be a slow process, and that's actually okay because the head comes down and it stretches those tissues maximally, and then it kind of backs away. And then it stretches them and it backs away.
Is that the contraction that we're feeling?
The contractions will consistently push and relax and push and relax. What I was told is that the baby crowning can be a slow process because it is actually favorable to muscles to stretch slowly over time. If I were to take your hamstring and stretch you and just bring your leg wakata, like straight up to your head, you'd be like, oh, yeah, stop. That's tight. But if I were to hold it just at that threshold where you're like, yeah, I feel a little stretch, and then I would bring it down. And then another minute later, I'd push it a little further and just hold it for 30 seconds, a minute, and then bring it down. In 20 minutes, I could probably have your leg pretty far stretched, and you would never be like, oh, stop it.
My only thought when you're saying that, is that safe for the baby? Isn't the baby going to suffocate? Like, what happens with the baby? I'm like, what happens with the baby? Because that's like my instinct as a mom, like, and also, can you get this baby out of me fastest possible, please? Yeah, it's true. Typically, when you're at that stage, you're like, I'm done, grab them, suck them out, whatever you need to do. Yeah, it's hard. As a physical therapist, I understand that is super helpful. Like, it really is. So it can feel like the ring of fire. My theory is that if you are going to use the word fire, that's possibly a tight pelvic floor that's being stretched for the first time. Wow.
Like, or maybe there's some mild tightness or tweaks in the bones, but when that baby's head comes down, it's stretching maximally and then coming back. And so ideally, you're going to do that for at least a few reps before they come all the way through.